Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Today I have a special guest on the phone with me, and I'm gonna let him introduce himself, okay? Because he might want to introduce himself in his own little way. So we're gonna get right into it. Are you there? Say hello.
Hello,
Period. Okay, let's go. Tell him your name. Tell him where you from. Whatever you want to tell him.
I'm from Houston, South Side South Side, and
Okay,
I go by
Southside.
Relentless Cranko, but my real name Craig Hunt. But on all platforms and things that I use, I go by Relentless Cranko.
Relentless Crinko. What made you come up with that name? You relentless. You don't let nothing stop you.
Nah, that's my Relentless. I ain't gonna lie. When you come from a generation of this cycle of stuff,
Yeah.
you see things that's hindering you to not prevail, and
Mm.
sometimes you don't understand the loopholes and the doors that's open because you really trying to learn yourself in the spirit with Christ. So it's like when you realize, like, dang, I got all this against me, so whatever I go through, I gotta stay relentless and I gotta crank up on the demon. You feel me? So that's
Mm.
where it really comes from.
Okay, I like how you put that together. That was cute. That's cute. Wait, so when did you start to get the spirit in Christ, or when was you curious, like you wanted to like get the spirit of Christ? Because you don't, as a jit, like you're not just like, oh, I want the Holy Spirit. I mean, unless you grew up in a church environment. Maybe we should get into your background. Like, how did you grow up in Texas? Like, did you go to school in Houston, Texas? What was that like?
I went to school. I went elementary, middle school, and high school. I'm from Houston, so but I ain't. I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna start from the beginning. For it's like I seen my grandma, you feel me, believing in Jesus and going to church and stuff like that. I'll probably say maybe I went to church one time in my upbringing, but other than that, I didn't grow up in no church.
Mm-hmm.
I started really connecting with God on that level when I went to prison.
Mm. Was it because it felt more like relatable because it were people that was like your age, like they looked like you and they were talking about God in a different way? It wasn't like the churchy kind of way? Or why do you think that you
I'm gonna be,
gravitated towards church and prison compared to at home?
I'm gonna be, I'm gonna be honest and transparent.
Please
I
be.
really gravitated. I gravitated to God on this aspect. I seen it like it was a lot of people doing the same thing they was doing before they got locked up.
Mm-hmm.
Then from just think about it, I'm 17, so I see all the 17-year-olds. It's not really hitting me, but when you see 30-year-olds, 40-year-olds, 50-year-olds, and they still acting like youngsters, it's like, come on, man, I need some guidance because I ain't
Right.
grew up. My mama died when I was 11. You feel me? I
Mm.
ain't know my daddy growing up, so you feel me? That's already burdens on me. So I'm trying to really understand how to really gather this life thing while being in prison. So when I get out, I can switch some things around.
Right.
So one day I'm like, why does this keep going on? I see cycles. And I see like I can't do this when I get out. So something got to change in me. So I realized, hey, in order for me to change, something got to change today. So I walked in my cell, you feel me? And I just dropped on my knees and I'm like, Lord, I don't know what's going on right now within me and my life, but I know something got to switch and I feel it inside me. And I don't know what this is. I don't know what this feeling is.
Mm.
Lord, just give me something I can utilize and talk about so I don't have to be dealing with all this pain and all this rejection that I'm going through in life and how people probably perceive me, Lord. Give me
Mm.
something. Then I say like 3 to 4 weeks later, I had woke up from my sleep like in the middle of the night. I say it was probably like between 12 and 5 o'clock spiritual time.
Mm-hmm.
I get up and the first thing in my mind start writing music, and I'm like, what? I never thought about writing music, so actually I just started going into music. Then when you first start doing something that you really uncomfortable with, you try to hide it.
Mm-hmm.
So one day somebody walked up to my cell, was like, hey, what you doing? I'm like, I'm writing music. They like, let me hear something. I'm kind of shy. I'm like,
Yeah.
man, I ain't never hit it for nobody. So the truth be told, this how God works. I started doing it, hitting it for them. Then so many people came up to the field. They like, bro, why you ain't never tell nobody you do music? It's hard. And I'm like, stop lying, bro, because you've been doubting so much. So you doubting yourself and your ability.
Yeah.
So that's really what got me really so close with God for seeing people gravitate to something He told me to do.
You knew that he really called you to do it because people were responding in that way. Hmm. Wow. So wait. Prison. How was prison? Like how was prison life? Like, first of all, I like that you said that you were looking around and like the big homies, they ain't big homie no more, you feel me, and you're like, okay, we need some real guidance. Like, how was that? Did you like change your circle or like people that you talked to when you noticed that like they wasn't able to guide you, or they was just like on the same thing? Like, it is sad when you like see old folks or like old heads and they be on like childish times and you like, no bro, like,
Nah, for sure.
so like how was that transition? Like, did you have to let go of a lot of like people that you knew or whatever like that? Or how did you even back away from those type of people without them noticing like you're backing away? Because you gotta do it in a slick way too.
Nah, for sure. But the thing about it is, I ain't even have to do it in a slick way. Like, I'm a person that stand on 10 and stand on my ground. A lot of things that I did before I got locked up, I stood on 10. It's just a lot of things I was following and trying to be, you feel me? How people be like, oh, he doing this, trying to be seen, basically. But in that standpoint, I was like, I say, man, I just started reading self-help books and just started reading and just reading the Bible, praying more. Then people noticed it, but I'm able to express what I'm going through and express what I'm trying to do. So I'm just letting them know this what I'm on, this what I'm trying to do, this what I'm on, and people respecting it because they like, dang, he actually standing on what he say. He not just saying it, he actually doing it. So
Right.
People start actually recognize the change. They're like, bro, I ain't gonna lie, bro. You really showing me to do something different. You got less time than me. You got way less time than me, bro. And it's like you guide me how to really walk out these days finishing my sentence because you a youngster, bro. What you telling me is just like you've been on earth before. So it's like when they telling me this, I'm not even. Just think about this. When you not even realizing your worth, because you always been looked down on by family or friends, then when you actually start prevailing within your spirit and people start noticing you for something you never noticed yourself for, it kind of hit home sometimes, and you realize like, man, God is real.
Yes.
So that's how it really happened.
Yeah, you be like, God is real, and then you get upset because you like, all this time was these people really blind and they didn't know who I was, or they couldn't see me, or was they just jealous and they didn't want to give me that respect and honor? So it gets you in that like that loophole. It's a lot of healing. Oh my God, a lot of forgiveness. Can you talk about forgiveness, like having to forgive people throughout all of that, like family and friends who isn't supportive? Are you still doing music now? Like, is that still your thing? Like, are you still writing?
For sure. I love music. I'm still doing music. I drop music all the time. Like,
So
I have
you
made a
think
goal
that,
for myself.
remember you said that what did you say? You were trying to like get big in music. Was it, do you think that you had to go through that point? Because I remember when I first got into modeling and stuff, like you trying to get to that point to be seen and whatever. And then it's like you get to a point where you're like, forget that. Like, I don't need to be seen. Like, people going to see me regardless. Like, what point are you in? What stage are you in right now?
And that's crazy you say that. That's God right there. I'm gonna be honest. I was in 2025 in November. To be honest. And I was talking to the Lord. I'm like, Lord, I still got a little couple things I need to get out of me. I ain't all the way serious, but I know like you got something going in me. And I told him, I'm like, I'm not worrying about the views, the likes, the watches right now. I'm just for the drop music because this is my lifestyle. This is me.
Right.
So right now I'm dropping music, dropping YouTube content, TikTok content daily, and I'm just being relentless doing it, bro. Not expecting, you feel me, no gratification. I'm just being who I am, and I know like God, which the universe is gonna give me everything that I'm putting into it. You feel me?
Word is gonna come back, especially because you're not focused on the money part. We forget that like we gotta stay with the love part. We get too distracted on the material gains or whatever. So I'm glad that you're level headed with that, because not everyone is. They see like they have a gift, they're talented. You got people complimenting you. You got people telling you like, yo, this shit is hard, and that could get to your head. But it shows like you really have God in you, where you keep like that level headed mindset, you feel me? Because you could always get carried away with chasing the bag. You don't want to chase the bag. You want to chase the passion. You want to chase the lyrics and just let that all come to you. Do you want to shout out? You say your name is Craig Hunt, right? On all platforms.
Yeah, that's my name. No. My name Relentless Crank on all.
Oh, Relentless Cranko.
Crank with a O at the O at the end.
Okay, Relentless Cranko, but your real name is Craig Hunt. My bad. That's what you said in the introduction. Yeah. Maybe towards like the end of the call, you could do a little freestyle or nah.
Nah, for sure.
Okay. All right. So what is life like with you now? Like, are you in your well, you're not really in your isolation stage because I see that you're well, that happened when you were in prison. How are you now? Are you still like you just said that you are posting on TikTok. So I guess you have moved from like your isolation period and now God has
I'm
you like
not.
just putting yourself out there.
Nah, for sure. I'm in isolation season right now to the point where it's like God had to remove me from certain people. You feel me? Like right now, I've been away from my family for some time. Like I just started talking back to him on my birthday this month, and it's
Oh, when's
like
your birthday?
my birthday was on the 7th.
Okay, you're a Capricorn.
Yeah,
All right, all
but
right. Happy
yeah,
belated birthday. Wait, so what kind of like
appreciate you.
how big is your family? Like what kind of family style do you have?
See, that's the thing. It's kind of crazy if I really explain. I don't really want to go too deep on it because it'll be a long story. But
I
I
mean,
got
make it
a I
short.
got a
Figure it
big
out. How like do you
not for
have like
sure.
siblings? How many siblings?
For on my mom's side, I'll probably say about like 25 to 30 siblings. But on my dad's side, oh my lord, like it's so much. But I
Wait,
don't really know
you
my
said
dad's
20.
side.
You said 4 to 5 on your mom's side.
No, 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 like 25 to 30.
I thought I heard that, but I'm like, no, he ain't just say 25 or 30 siblings on your mother's side.
Yeah, like I'll say for like my aunts, my little cousins, my you feel me, my little nephews and stuff like that. Yeah,
Oh, so you
it's supposed to be
including like the
kids. That's
whole
more than
family.
11.
I was talking about like your siblings,
Yeah.
like brothers and sisters.
Oh, okay, okay. I got two brothers and one sister. I'm the oldest.
Okay, you the oldest, 2 brothers, 1 sister, and then you got nieces and nephews. You got children yourself?
No children.
No children.
No children. Nah, I don't want to. I ain't gonna lie. I done seen so many people have kids out of wedlock.
You
I
want to do
really
it the
want
right
it to
way.
be like I gotta do it the right
I
way because
gotta do it the
I don't
right
want nothing to
way.
be
Did
left.
y'all hear that?
I
Did
don't
y'all
want
hear
nothing to
this
be
man?
left.
I know that's right. I know that's right. Wait, how old are you, Craig?
I just turned 27.
Wow, 27. That's a good mindset to have at 27 as a male. I ain't gonna lie to you.
For sure.
Keep
Life ain't
that.
no rest. Life will flow.
That's fire. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because you'll be more disciplined if you thinking like that. You like, oh nah, like I don't want just kids out of wedlock. So that means you're more disciplined and you paying attention to what you're doing out here, whatever like that. But all right, so you got some nieces and nephews. You don't have no family. What is it? When was the first time as a kid, like growing up, where you noticed like who's the kind of like karmic parent or problem aunt or uncle? Like when was the first, what's an instance that you could share where you noticed like you was like the black sheep, or they wanted to make you the black sheep, or you felt outcasted or something? Like maybe you said that you wanted to do something and they said no, or maybe you wanted to go somewhere, or maybe I don't know, like what is it? What's something that you can share, a time where you noticed that like you were different and they probably didn't like that? Like Joseph in the Bible, he would say his time
Yeah.
could be maybe when he first shared a dream, or when his dad gave him the robe and all the brothers was hating. When is that time where you notice like, oh, these motherfuckers really jealous of me, low key? Like, what's your story?
Hey, you crazy? You say the Joseph story because I just dropped a song called Joseph Story talking about what you telling me to talk about.
Hey yo, no you not. Are you serious right now?
I'm dead serious. But I'm gonna be real. When I got out of prison, some people don't believe because there's a lot of prison talk when people go to prison.
Right.
So when I get out, I'm like, I'm finna do music, I'm finna do this, I'm finna do that. Really, drive telling people that don't really understand the vision, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm just expressing because it's my family. So when I actually started doing it, when I first started doing it, it was kind of secular. Then I switched it to the point where I'm not talking about nonsense. Then
Mm-hmm.
I start getting people actually vibing with it. Like I say, like 2 to 3 years after being out, because you don't really hit the ground running when you get out. You trying to learn stuff.
Right. Right.
So when I started really doing it, I start getting like people actually vibing with me for who I don't know, which is strangers. You feel me? It's
Mm-hmm.
always strangers first.
Yep.
Then family, I see none of them. When I get with them, I'm like, dang. But in your mind, you around them, you thinking, hey, you thinking who you is gonna rub off on other people, but it's not even like that.
That's so
So
true. Can you repeat that?
who you think you is not gonna actually rub up on other people. It's not even like that on
Nah,
everything. It's
do
not.
not expect you and other people. That's the fastest way to get your heart broken. Wow. Okay, go ahead. Sorry, keep
Uh,
going.
but yeah, I started seeing the changes in what I'm doing and how other people perceiving it, and I'm like, dang, well y'all ain't. You feel me? I started really getting my feelings, really ain't controlling my emotions around that time, and I'm like, dang, y'all ain't even rocking with my music. I feel post my music, like celebrating it, man.
Yeah.
They And I seen it. I seen it. I liked it. I'm like, man,
Don't you hate
you ain't doing it.
when you're like, oh, you a bold hater. Like, dang, you can't even fake it. Like, you can't even like, comment, or act like you supportive. Like, you really just a hater. Like, oh my gosh, that brings back memories, bruh. Go ahead. Sorry. Like,
It's
you
like it's pride though. It's pride because
definitely,
one thing I realized, like, okay, it don't matter. Like, if you're already coming from a generational curse, a lot of people don't know they ain't even in the curse because they're not even in the spiritual form yet. They still
facts.
in the what? They still thinking in a physical perspective than the spiritual. So it's like when you get heightened in the spiritual, people are already gonna look at you like an alien. They are already
Yup.
looking at you like you weird. So that's basically what they really looking at me like. They like, he talking about this. They want to hear shaking. They want to hear kill. They want to hear all the stuff that's really what destructing your whole mind frame to kill you at the end of the day.
Right.
So when I'm producing this type of positivity, trying to bring to earth, they ain't understanding because it's heaven sent. So that's
Mm.
basically how I really seen that I was the black sheep of the family.
Because they couldn't even connect or understand your music.
They could. Hey, one thing I learned: light cannot connect to darkness at all.
It can't. You know, I got videos on that, and we could keep trying to do it as much as we can, and as much as we can. It can't. It cannot. It will never. You're gonna get sick of them. The light is gonna get sick of the
Yeah.
darkness, and then the darkness gonna get sick of the light. Keep telling them like to do the right thing. Like it's just. It will never. It will never work. It will never work. I'm glad you know that. 27. I'm impressed actually. Like, I'm really impressed, and I'm happy. Like I'm like. I've been asking God to like lead up his men and whatever like that because I have a big family myself, and I don't even like my brothers, they not giving me this type of mindset vibe. You get what I'm saying? So when I meet other guys that's like very like spiritually in tuned or just curious and wanting to learn it, I really be happy. Like I had just met someone the other day, and we was talking, and he was kind of young. He's younger than you though, and he is an auto tech, and I was just like, wow. And he had everything planned, and he was like, I want to start this business and sell cars and flip this. I'm like, hey bro, you're gonna be a millionaire, keep doing your thing. And now I'm talking to you, you're a little younger than me as well, but it's just I'm inspired. Like y'all are inspiring the older folks too, because to be honest, we thought y'all wasn't getting it. I thought that they was doomed. I'm like, shit, they not gonna
You
be
heard
like,
you heard what God said. Ain't
yeah,
gonna be many a call, but few chosen.
yeah. Yeah, I was just dropping, but this is the tea though, because I was about to drop a video. I already made it. And what I was going to say is, me personally, I feel like there's only a select few that are chosen. And I feel like if you're chosen, you will have this at birth. I feel like you will already have the Holy Spirit in you at birth, kind of like Jesus did, kind of like Abraham's sons, like Isaac and Ishmael. It's like the chosen, they're going to already have the Holy Spirit in them because of the things that they're going to go through in life. They're going to need that protection. And also, when you're chosen, it's like you can only do but so much. Like, how were you growing up? If you're really chosen, you can't really do people how they do you. Like you might get mad too, cause you like, bitch, I should have just did da 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 da. Like they went, you feel like they went to hell. You're like, I should have took it to hell. But like, it's something in a chosen person, that Holy Spirit, where you really can't do people as hard or tough as you might want to do them. You get me? But we will have this in them. You will have this in you at birth. Like it'll be, the spirit will be in you at birth, which will cause a lot of people to, hate you and all that other stuff, which is why Jesus had to go through what he went through. So with you, do you feel like you carried that Holy Spirit within you since birth, which is how you were able to even like get through? Like, how was your upbringing? Was you someone that was like really bad or in the streets? Like, what did you like? How did you really maneuver and stuff like that? Did you feel like you were always being protected? When did you start that relationship with God? Like with me, I feel like as a young girl, I already kind of had like my imaginary friend. Like, but I did grow up in a church, so that could have helped as well. But I remember really looking at God kind of like an imaginary friend and just always talking to him and stuff. Like, how was it with you growing up? Did you always have that inner knowing or understanding that someone was there? Like, you didn't always feel alone, or like you knew something was helping you because maybe your family and friends, they wasn't really helping you, but you was still getting by. You felt lucky or something. Like, can you relate to this? What do you think about that? Do you think chosen
No,
ones
for
are
sure,
born
for
with it?
sure. So I feel like God already had His hand on me,
Period.
and I say that because it's like I'm always a person that's thinking abnormal to the point where people be like, "Man, go to sleep." When I say something, I'll be like, "What you mean?" I'm like, "Bro, it's gonna take place. You gotta believe it. You gotta do something. Everything starts with a seed, bro. If you don't keep watering, it's gonna die." And that's how you be trying to talk. You feel me? That's how you be trying to talk with people that's not even thinking like that. All they thinking about it. I'm finna get the new. I'm finna get the new design. I'm finna get the new J's. I'm finna go get my haircut. I'm finna go do this, and do that, and the third. And they not realizing like it's more. It's more to life. You know how we see people on social media, rappers and all that, and we thinking like, man, it's just them can do it, and it's like, no, you can do it. You can do it your way. You don't have to do it their way.
Exactly.
But growing up, I knew I knew the Lord was with me through my grandma, because how she used to always say, the way you think, the way you move is something different. She used to always tell me, the way you think and the way you move is something different with you. God got something for you. I didn't understand that. I'm a kid. I'm like,
Wow. She already
it go
knew.
in, you go in one ear, go out the other one. But I knew I had something in me because the way I used to think, and just the way people perceive me. But it's like, just think about it. You the topic, but you always alone. That's how it was with me. That's how it was with me. I was in the streets doing stuff in the streets, robbing and stuff like that, getting money and making sure I'm staying fly and all that. But that was like that was me just to taste money. It wasn't me because I actually wanted to do it in my heart. I was like a pretty boy in school, played basketball, just wanted to stay fly. That was me, and played the game. That was my vibe. But when I started actually trying to get the money and messing with the female, I started like doing it early, messing with females. But when you actually get into it and start doing it, that's when I started seeing the changes within me. For like, I'm choosing evil over good for sure. But I knew God was with me, because all the times that I could have got caught up, I never did. I just got caught on one time and got 5 years. I knew God was on me for sure.
Cause it could have been worse. Like, you feel like he was just like, okay, I'm gonna give you this just to kind of get you to like open up your eyes or whatever. But it's not gonna be too bad or whatever like that. Where you're going, I don't know. I feel like he gave you just enough for you to get your deliverance.
He gave me enough rope to hang myself to see the light before darkness.
Look, you just ate that on up. Period. Basically, he knew exactly what to do. Wow. So do you have plans like to maybe become a speaker yourself and like lead in, some fellas? We need some fellas talking to the fellas.
Nah, for sure. That's why I'm doing my TikTok and YouTube. Like, that's why I do my music. Like, I ain't gonna lie. I want to be that person. Like, we see a lot of Christian rappers, but a lot of Christian rappers fabricated. They not really truly being them. They truly being them for an audience. I'm truly being me for God.
Right.
I'm not being me for nobody else. I don't care about the hand claps. Like, I love it and appreciate it, but I want to make sure I stay inside. I want to be selfless to the point I'm getting out beside myself and not letting my ego take charge. I can be in control of my ego, but I want to like do tours for prisons, because I came from prison. I want to do functions where I'm going in old folks' homes, talking to the old folks' homes, doing interviews with the old folks, getting stories for them, and just doing certain stuff that's different, because most Christians, they don't think logical. They think religiously. And
I'm not a religious person. I do not carry a religious spirit. That's another word.
I can't do that, bro. So it's like the things that you just said is for the men, because there's a lot of men. It's a lot of men out here right now, bro. It's crazy. It's like they lead with their strength, but they don't lead with their feminine. Like, you got to be feminine. If you can't really show that soft side of you, it's like you're not gonna.
You a mess.
God wants you to be.
Yes, you can never, so because like, you would never let a woman in, first of all, too, because a real man knows that the woman is the secret weapon, but you gotta break free from your ego and everything like that. Get yourself together so that you can find your person, and then boom, she comes in and she'll help elevate you or whatever as a help me. But if your ego is like so big there and you can't like be a soft person when it comes to that situation, you're gonna fumble that girl. You're gonna fumble that person. Like,
Nah, for real. Let's barbecue without the real. That's basically what it is.
That's what.
Because, hey, the women is the real. Hey, when I say woman on your side, it's like you depleted. Like, you can be walking with God and be having everything going on in your life, but you really
But
do
look,
need this
look,
to this
look,
to your
look. Do
husband.
you know this though? Do you know this? Because I've seen this, and I've seen this. When people is walking with God, everything is cool. God bless them with a partner, and then they do that partner like Dookie, cheat on that partner, and then now like their life is totally different. And I see this with celebrities as well, like who was in relationships with these partners, and then they just couldn't get it together, and now you kind of see their life and their career, and the woman might be like elevating, and now the man kind of getting off the grid. Is like you obtain favor when you're doing good by God's daughters. Like when is men really going to
Yep.
understand that? You get what I'm saying? Like, when are they going? I could name a couple rappers right now, but we ain't going to do that. But I noticed a significant difference in their life after they like cheated or couldn't get it together with their partners. And I'm like, when is men going to realize like you can't just do people, any old type of way, because this is actually, you need a woman. You need a woman. Like, she make you look better.
You
She
already
make
know
you
what
look
that is,
good.
bro. They don't got. Most people don't be having covenant with God first. Like, when you get love
Facts.
with God first, and
Yeah.
then you get that partner, it's like when I get a partner, like I'm a like at the point right now where I'm at, I understand like I gotta value God more than my partner. But not saying I don't love my partner, but I love God more than you. But you gotta understand, you gotta love God more than me. So when we come together, it really ain't no what restraint. It's just
Right.
straight coming together and we clashing because we won, but we won with God first. You feel me? So
Yeah.
that's how most people relationships break, really, right there.
Because they don't go to God first. Because when you go to God, He's going to get you right. You get your self love together. You get your self worth together. You're going to feel good about yourself. He'll heal your heart from all the trauma, all the heartbreak, and then you get presented to your king, right?
I can't
Or
really hear you no more. The butt tripping. Hello, I can hear you now.
you can't hear me.
Nah, it keep going in and out.
Why is going in and out? I ain't even moved my phone or nothing.
I'm gonna go outside real quick just to see it.
Yeah.
Say something again.
Hello. You hear me?
Yeah, it's still going in and out.
What?
You probably have to call back.
You think so? Okay, let me try. Y'all, why? Screaming in and out. Why? Why the phone hating, y'all? Hello?
Hello. Yeah,
Yeah.
I can hear you now. I don't know why I started. That's the enemy though. You ain't know how the enemy.
I just said, why the phone hating? Like, what? And it's 1, 2, 3, 4 on the clock. That's crazy. Dang. So what part did you, what was I even, I don't even.
We stopped it. Well, I stopped at the covenant, keeping the covenant with God, and making sure you're in love with God more than the person.
Oh, yeah. Because, yes, because then when God presents this wife to you or the male to you, you guys can just come together and y'all won't be scared to fall in love. Like you would take the risk. Like you will be able to recognize like, oh, this is somebody that, I need to gravitate towards. I think people got to get that part together too. It's like God needs to work with us to get us prepared for that. But then when it's time to meet your person or impress your king, like let's think about Esther. When Esther was being prepped before she went to the king, that's all you. It's all up to you. You feel me? At that point, not like God left the chat, but he's standing to the side. He's like, okay, let's see if you know everything that I taught you and you're going to use it to impress your king or impress your queen, your wife or whatever. Let's see if these people are going to recognize that I sent them each other, and then you go off of that. But I think people, I dropped a video on that, like just being yourself and being regular and not being so uptight, because a lot of women and men probably think this too, like, oh, because you're following Christ or whatever, like you just got to be cold, or you can't even flirt, or you can't say little things to your partner. And I'm like, no, you need to impress your partner. You need to hit him with Cupid that same day. Like, you feel me? Y'all need to just go with the flow and go with that vibe when y'all really meet each other, because as soon as the vibe or the flow ain't there, it's a mess. It don't work. So when you feel that
Yeah,
high and that rush when you're pulled towards that person, you gotta just go with it. You gotta just go with
yeah,
it.
for sure.
And that's
Gotta
always
go
like
with the
a
flow.
it's a red flag to me when I meet people and they don't know how to just like go with the flow or go with the new changes and stuff like that. They try to control everything. That's a super red flag. So what
They
kind
try
of
to script. They try to script everything.
yeah, script everything. Yeah, I like that. Like they wanna, like they think it's a playbook or something for everything, and it don't work like that. Like
Yeah.
the way that you meet your girl or your wife is not gonna be the same way someone else do, or the way that y'all work is not gonna be the same. Like you just gotta go with, what you do. But what's your type? Like what's the type of woman you praying that God bless you with? Like what type of woman do you need? You never know who's listening. Okay,
I'm gonna be honest though. I'm gonna be honest.
what?
I just want a woman like I'm a simple man. You feel me? I ain't with all the extra stuff. I'm simple, bro. Like
Somebody told
I
me
just want
this. So
I
everyone should know
I just
I'm
want a
married
woman I
already.
can talk to.
This guy was
You
like,
feel me?
I'm a simple guy for real. I'm a simple guy for real. Is all guys men simple? Are y'all all gonna say the same thing?
I'm not gonna say we all gonna say the same thing. I'm
I
saying
think
for
so
me,
though.
cause
I think all the men of God, they kind of have the same kind of like doctrine. Basically, they should. Shit, they should be simple. They
yeah.
like small gestures and the small details. But go ahead. Sorry.
I just want a woman that we can talk. You feel me? She can tell me her problems. I can tell her mine, and you feel me? There ain't nothing holding back. Cause I ain't gonna lie. In my past relationships, it wasn't no like I'm a conversator. You feel I can conversate, but the other
Yes.
person can't conversate. So that's already ruined right there. And just think about it. If you trying to uphold that for years and months, from
Mm-hmm.
you killing yourself and depleting yourself. So I didn't really want somebody we can conversate about everything without it being flawed, even if it is flawed. But we
Mm-hmm.
can come to an agreement and get it on course. That's basically all I need right there. And she got to be truly connected with God. I'm gonna say that.
Gotta be connected with God because then should be secure in you. But my last couple video I dropped, I said because you didn't force this will come naturally. And I was talking about how like we be forcing conversations and trying to get someone to say something to us. When you notice these relationships where it feels like it's one sided, where you keep trying to like get a conversation out of them, that ain't your person. I'm just that it don't even be your person for real because the light ain't no light shining in them that's drawing them towards your person. When you get with that, like that right person is gonna feel like y'all are addicted to each other. Like y'all nonstop talking. Time is just passing by and you don't even realize. Like you at work, texting, doing shit and you never do. You feel me? Just having conversation is always a conversation, is always something to talk about because none of you are holding back. Y'all have decided to take that risk and surrender to whatever this is together. That's the important part. So maybe in your past, obviously this could have just been like a lesson that you needed to learn within that relationship because if she wasn't giving you that energy back, matching that energy, that she wasn't the one. She
No,
won't the
for sure,
one.
for sure.
But it's okay though, cause you're
Nah,
27.
for sure.
You got hella
I'm
time.
thankful. I'm thankful. One thing I learned, your lessons is your blessings, because God got a thorn in you for a reason.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Damn. So what's your circle like now? Like, cause you're isolated doing music, but like, who do you hang with now? What do you do for fun? Like, because people think when you say you of God and you believe in God, they think our life is boring. I'm like, do y'all know my brother Jesus? Like he would not have been born. Like he's not like you feel me. The Pharisees, y'all Christians that I don't like. Y'all the boring ones
Yeah,
that try to control things.
yeah.
What's life like with you? Like how do you see your life, even with your partner, or whatever? Like traveling. What's fun? What's your type of fun?
I ain't gonna lie. That's like for the relationship vibe and type vibe on that end. Like I want to travel. I want to go. I want to go to all the ancient spots. You feel me? You feel me? That
Right, like
got
go to
history
Jerusalem
around
and
them.
go see his tombstone.
Man, I want to go everywhere because just think about it. Them the things we need to go see and touch. Because
Yes.
sometimes, hey, we might go down there and get a whole revelation about something you read in the Bible, and then
Mm-hmm.
we actually see it in person. You feel me? So I just want to travel. I want to travel everywhere. And I'm just a person. I'm a simple person, bro. I work out. I got my own little studio stuff in the crib. I record. I walk around. I write my thoughts down. I read books. I'm just like I like going out to eat by myself. I take myself out now. You hear me?
Right, you
So
showing love
it's
to
like
yourself. You falling in love with yourself. That's good.
so it's like I'm simple. I'm simple. But I plan when it's time to plan. But other than that, I'm just a person. I'm just going with the flow. I don't want to just force nothing. I want everything to be like the air when it just come, when the wind blow,
Yeah.
it just do it.
You don't
That's how
even
I want
notice that
everything
it's
to be.
blowing. It's just blowing. Like oxygen.
Yeah,
Like I
yeah.
just want to be oxygen. You don't even notice that you inhaling oxygen, but you need it to survive.
Nah, for sure.
I get what you're
So
saying.
that's basically me.
Wow. Sheesh. Have you had any people trying to like spin the block now that they see that like you're serious about your music and stuff like that? Like I know I dropped a couple videos on that. Like have people tried to like hit you up, even like exes or maybe like old friends that you kind of just outgrew from? Like how have they been trying to come back into like, your world for the listeners? Because I know people have a hard time leaving things in the past.
Nah, for sure. I'm gonna laugh about that. I ain't gonna lie. I got a lot of watches right now, huh? I just see people viewing. I just see viewing profiles. Huh? I don't see no likes, no comments, or nothing. But you know why though? One thing I learned, they know they can't come back in because you're at a different place now. Now you don't got the gate open to the point where people can come manipulate you because just think about it.
Yeah.
I used to give so much love to the point I turned against myself.
Right.
Because people not giving it back to me, and I'm thinking something wrong with me, but the whole time it was something wrong with that person because they couldn't gravitate to the love I was giving.
Exactly.
Because they had something going on within them. So it's like I got a lot of watches right now. You feel me? I pray for them. You got to pray for your enemy.
Oh, you really got a good spirit, Craig. For real, for real. You really do. I see it. I feel it. That's good that you think like that. And it's not arrogant because I know a lot of Capricorns that could be kind of like very arrogant. I ain't gonna lie. It could be a little bit too much. But it feels like you done balanced yourself. Like you learn how to balance and not be too like egotistical. It's like you got the perfect, because you still got to be confident in your shit and still doing what you're doing. But,
sure.
Still kind of
sure.
with the humbleness. So I like that. It seems like you're kind of like, level-headed with that. That's good. That's good. Damn, so you got people watching you. Okay, so it seems like what I've been saying is true. They watch. They want to know what's up.
Yeah, they're going to watch. They're going to watch. They ain't going to support.
But at this point, do we even really be wanting their support? I don't even be wanting them to watch.
Nah, I don't need them.
I'm different. Like, I don't even want y'all to watch. Don't watch me. Don't support. Don't. You said what?
They can't connect to the Wi-Fi. I said they can't connect to my Wi-Fi.
That's how I feel. I'm just like, at this point, I don't even care if you support. I really don't even want you to watch because it's just evil eyes anyway. Shit. Dang, what else? Anything else you want to talk about? Like with prison? I know you don't want to. You got it. Did you get into prison because you was robbing somebody?
Yeah, that's why I went for sure.
Was you robbing because you was broke and you needed some money and you needed to get yourself together, or you was robbing just because you wanted what people had?
I was 17, so I had my grandma. I said my grandma was taking care of. I'm a high schooler, but most of the time, I'm gonna be honest. I wanted out around that time, 2015. True Religion was popping. You feel me? Robin jeans, and you just want you want the Giuseppe's, you want everything. So that's basically what I was doing it for, just to keep some money in my pocket and be fly. That's basically what I was doing it for.
Do you still have all those clothes and stuff now? Oh no, you went to jail.
You go to jail, you getting out a little bigger, huh?
You say you get out a little different?
You get out a little bigger now.
So you can't even fit the shit.
Nah, I can't. Nah. And a lot of that got took. People ain't gonna let you know. A lot of that got took anyway.
Ain't it crazy what we do? We do so much to get things, and then down the line, we going back and we like, yo, we don't even have that shit no more. Like, God done got rid of it. Or it just got.
Because it don't even matter.
It don't even matter. It was never even important. Okay, any words of advice that you want to give some men that's growing up? Maybe they out here robbing right now because, they trying to get it. They want to fit in with everybody. They want to have that shit on, okay? They want people to love them and respect them because they got $2,000 shoes or $600 pair of sneakers on. What is your advice to young men or even women who are beasting for that image, for people to accept them and like how they look with the outer? What do you want to say to them when it comes to that, about appearance? Just the appearance part,
Nah, for sure. This is a unisex message right here.
Yes.
I'm going to just be honest. When you pouring and trying to feed somebody else to realize who you are, you already missed the mark. And that's sin. So I just want to say, make sure you loving yourself and looking in the mirror daily, because when you pour into yourself, man, it's like we are trees at the end of the day, and we gotta bear fruit. So if you bear fruit for others, that means you ain't bearing fruit for yourself. So
Whew.
what's inside of you is being defiled. So don't defile yourself trying to please others. We need to feed your soul. So I just want to say, like, I just seen a lot of people make that mistake, which I did, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And one little story I can give, I had a homeboy that I met in prison. Like, I love him to death. I can't even contact him, but I love him. I keep him in my heart.
Mm-hmm.
And he got like 55 years, and he used to always be walking around like everything smooth. And I used to be like, hey, bro, you got 55 years, bro? I say, bro, I like the way you move around, but don't play it like, you feel me, you ain't really bothered by it.
Right,
Walk in
like
it like,
show your
like walk
emotions.
in it,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, show your emotions, but walk in it like you know you messed up. Then one day, I was gonna end up going to the crib. You know, I had made parole, and he came in my cell. He was like, "Dang, bro, you for the leave?" Then I was like, "Yeah, man, I'm gonna go to the crib." And he started crying. I'm like, "What you crying for, bro?" He's like, "Bro, man, I got all this time, bro, and I'm really met some people that I really met you down here that changed for the better, and you going back to the world as a changed person. I ain't changed it, and I already been down 5 to 7 years, and I got 55 years." He say, "Bro, do what you need to do, bro. You gonna be the person that changed a lot of people's mindset around where we come from. Please continue what you do." And I was like, and I cried with him, and it made me realize, like, I can't make no dumb mistakes no more, because if a person that killed somebody, they got all this time and realize like his faults and really want to change, you feel me, within the system, knowing he got some time to do, man, I got to get out here and do the right thing. And that's
Mm.
the message I just want to give. Don't do something out of spite of emotions, because your emotions can, one false move with your emotions can have you dead or gone. I mean, dead or in jail.
Mm-hmm.
So make sure you stay intact with your emotions and do the right thing for you.
Wow, this is good. Okay, how can someone stay intact with their emotions though? Like how can someone balance their emotions?
I'm gonna be honest. You know, we human, so that's by nature. Stuff gonna pop up. Like I can say, man, don't go into lust, but lust gonna pop up because it's a, you feel me? We human. But
Mm-hmm.
what I will say is, like, say for instance, it just takes baby steps. Just think about it. I'm a person that used to be angry. You feel me? And people used to do little stuff. So now when I see people do little stuff, like I say the other day, I was holding the door for a meal. He was like, "Nah, I got it." I'm like, "Nah, I got you, brother. You good?" He say, "Nah, I got it." And I'm like, I could have got mad right there. Anger did rise up because I felt it. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
I felt the spirit try to overcome, but I diffused it. I say, "Yes, sir, man," and I walked in. But it's little stuff like that, and that's little stuff like that that I say small battles win fights. So every small step you can take when something come up in you, and you know it's not of God, and you know it's not positive, kill it, and that's your step of crossing over to the finish line daily.
Craig. You know what? I'm ready to throw my shoe through the phone. Because you just ate that response up. Just like that's exactly how I would have described it. Like when those emotions or feelings arise, like catch it, acknowledge that you feel this way, but just figure out a way to respond, really fast. Wow.
For sure, for
Don't
sure.
let people know that they might have triggered you, you know, especially even if
At
they hit you
all.
off guard. It's a lot of swallowing my spit these days. I'm like, you know what, God, or not
Turn the other
texting
cheek.
back. When people like texting me and they saying stuff and I'm like, I don't really like your tone through this message. And now I'm in a space where I just ignore the message. I'm just like, Lord, I'm just gonna ignore this until I figure out a nice or better way to even respond or whatever like that. So, dang, anything else should we talk about? Wow, this is a good call, Craig. Um, oh, where do you work? Like, what do you do now? Like, are you just devoting?
Right,
Like, you right?
right now,
Oh, you said right.
right now, I'm just, bro. I'm gonna be honest. I'm trusting God right now. Right now, I'm living with a brother in Christ. You feel me? And I'm just trying to right now job. I've been filling out job applications, nothing coming through for me. You feel me? I was just working at Amazon, but the Lord put it on my heart to leave that job because He got something better for me within what He put inside me. So I left the job off really just faith. And right now, I'm at that point where God stripping a lot of things from me just to test my faith. And like I lost
Job
my car, I
season.
lost my apartment. You feel me? I lost everything to the point where it's like I gotta believe in Him and really start like pursuing what I do with my music daily, like the little stuff that I got. And that's my one of my small little testimonies I'm gonna drop soon. Like the small things that I have right now with my little studio. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
I got my legs, I got my mouse, I got, you feel me? I got everything I can do right now
Do
to
you make beats,
feed my
Craig? Hold on.
spirit.
Do you make beats?
No, I don't make beats. I don't make beats, but I just record.
Damn, I want somebody to send me some beats or something. I want to start singing. Maybe we should get on the track. We should drop a little track.
I really want to play a little songs for the song though, to get people to understand like where
No, we
I'm at with it.
definitely you gonna do that for sure. That's remind me at the end. We definitely gonna do that. But no, go ahead because I had cut you off, but I wanted you to keep going or whatever. So wait,
But
because
nah,
hold on, no, I'm cutting you off again because when you just said that, this is a confirmation for me because remember that video that I said I already recorded. I was about to drop about like only God's true chosen ones carry this or whatever like that. But then I was getting to talking about damn, why did I just lose my train of thought just that quick? Yeah, hold on. Remind me what we was just talking about. Why did I just lose my train of thought?
you just talking about what I'm doing and stuff. Is I'm working and stuff, and I start explaining
Oh,
my
Job
situation.
season, Job season. So in my video,
Yeah.
yeah, in my video, in my video, I was talking about how, like last year, I was talking about Job season, and how people were entering into their Job season, and I was like, I have a video. I think it was called "Watch Out, You're About to Lose Everything." You feel me? Maybe you need to go watch like some older videos, because I had came out telling about when I entered into my Job season. You feel me? And I like lost every freaking thing, you know what I'm saying? But it was like God didn't strip me from everything, but he stripped me enough to let me know, like, Nate, get your ass on YouTube and talk to those folks like I've been telling you to do. You worried about everything else, but you ain't secure that yet. You get me? Because I was just so focused on modeling and just the world and stuff like that, which nothing was wrong with me modeling or stuff, but he still need me to speak. Like, people need this. Like, he wanted me to have my YouTube growing already at a certain point. So I just said on my video yesterday, and I didn't drop this video yet, but I was talking about how I'm going to start talking about Job season because I've seen like comments and I see that there's people who are just entering into their Job season. So they haven't really made it to their promised land yet. You feel me? And I can tell because of the response that people reply. Like when I talk about promised land, like you made it. Not everybody really understand. They still trying to figure it out. They like, bitch, I done lost this. And she talking about you made it. So I think that I have to get back and like do a rerun on some of the videos that I already dropped a year ago, because I have a lot of people coming onto my channel now who's actually just entering into their Job season. And that's amazing. You feel me? What's amazing to me is that you even noticed, okay, that you're entering into your Job season. You feel me? Because some people don't even be noticing why they're losing things or why they're going through this, or if God is trying to get them their attention. Like you knew that this was God. Like, hey, Craig, hey.
Not for real.
How did you know? Like, how did you know? Like, oh, it's the deep
Because
inner knowing. It's the Holy Spirit that was already in you. Oh, fuck. That's why
I
you
was
know.
making a lot of mistakes. For I'd say the last 5 years, but for real, 2023 and 2024, I was making a lot of mistakes. Like just think about it. When I'm a person, I love pointing to myself. I love making sure I'm always level-headed and my cup filled to the point where I can get others. But I got a little off guard, you feel me, to the point where I started giving too many people time, you feel me? And I started really stop putting effort in the stuff that I do, and I was still doing it, but I was putting more energy into people. So just think about you putting more energy into people than coming back in a house trying to do something for yourself. You depleted.
Yeah.
And them last 2 years, I realized, like, dang, I ain't really doing what I need to do for God. I ain't doing what I need to do for my dream.
Right.
So, dang, life's passing me by, and God, like, see, I got you on assignment, but you went to take another test for the
That
world, and the
sounds
world
just
don't
like
care
me.
about you.
Wow, Craig. Wow. Go ahead. Keep going. Sorry.
So that's basically what I seen, and you don't realize it to the end when you start losing stuff and you see the people that you would take that's like helping out, they ain't around. You like, dang, all you can do is cry and get on your knees and talk to God because He's the only one there.
Wow.
So that's how I really knew.
Wow. I love this. This was such like a first great call. Like, this was great. This is setting the tone for sure, and I feel like you're gonna inspire a lot of people. Like it's really no excuse. Like you could go, and I feel like you're gonna remind and just show, not remind, but just show people like jail ain't, it ain't what, I don't know. It could be worse than what people say. I guess it probably is. Like someone just told me that that shit was bad. Like it's a mess. Like remember the boy I told you that I just met that was younger. He's an auto tech
Yeah.
mechanic. He went to jail too, and he was talking about how he knew that that was like his like opening or whatever, where he was gonna go through kind of like a deliverance or learn God or learn about Jesus. Then, and but what you like, what was jail like for you? Like, did you feel like it was what people said it was going to be, or did it shock you because of like the changes you was making in the jail? Like, is it hard to be a believer in jail, and then when you become a believer, how do people receive you in jail? Like, how did people really
Okay.
receive you talking about God or talking about Jesus? Like, how do they really receive you as jail? Because these, to us or just to the world, right? Jail's full of thugs, killers, shooters, whatever, whatever. So how did
Yeah.
they receive you as this man of God who's walking around? Because I know you was walking around feeling lighter. You probably feeling more happy, or you know what I'm saying? Because you got God. You like, oh, Jesus, he saved me, whatever it is. How do they
No, for
receive
sure.
you?
To be honest, I'm a person. I'm a person. Like I wasn't a bad person, but I stand on 10 on both sides of the spectrum. You feel me? So it's
Yeah.
like when I got with God, I just stood on 10. Like I'm gonna fight for God, like I used to fight in the world. Like hey, don't play with me. You feel me? That's the type of time I used to be on. So when I got with God, I was still on that time, but in a righteous manner. You feel me? So it's like people perceive me like, hey man, you really come from the struggle. You really come from the streets. Hey, you really about that. So I know you switching. It's a whole different meaning for it. You feel me? So they
Mm-hmm.
really accepted me with open arms. It was some
Wow.
people that was through heads that said some extra stuff, but it's like, you feel me? I can stiff on shenanigans.
Right. Real stiff. Real stiff. Ignore them. Act like they not even there. Okay?
Nah, for
Starving.
real.
Starving narcissists. That's fire. They all welcomed you. So this is good to let people know. Like, don't be afraid to make that transition because people will welcome you. The right people will welcome
You
you.
need to. I feel like, to be honest, like you said, you hit me on the phone and talk. I feel like check out my YouTube.
I will. What is your
You feel
YouTube
me? Then you
name?
gonna see Relentless Cranko. Relentless Cranko. Cranko.
Y'all heard that. Y'all gotta go. We gonna all shit do it together. Relentless Cranko. Cranko. Definitely gonna check you out. For sure. Are you talking on there or you just talking like, oh,
And
what?
I'm talking, videos, shorts, music, everything.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go check you out. I think a couple people gonna check you out, Craig.
Nah, for sure. Amen. That's a
On this
blessing.
call, they definitely gonna check you out. So that's good. I like that you said that though, because people be afraid to like believe in God, to talk about God. But the thing is, when you just of God, that just means that you have values. That means that you have boundaries. That means that you walk with authority. That means that you want respect because you're gonna give respect. That don't mean like like people think that when you put on the armor of God, you become like this extra churchy, preachy person. Like
Yeah, they
how do you
think
feel about churches though? Do you think that you will ever find a church home, or do you feel like
I was just in a church. I was just in a church home. It broke apart. There was a lot of things, you feel me, I don't really know about. There was a lot of things that took place and it broke apart, you feel me? And I ain't in the church right now because I'm letting God show me the route to go for the church, you feel me? I'm making sure I pour into the Lord like I need to. But I ain't gonna lie. Church, you feel me? It's good to be in the church. I say that's speaking a real sound doctrine at the end of the day, because I'm gonna be honest, bro. If the Bible and the pastor or the apostle who's teaching is not convicting you with the word, that's not the place you need to be in, because you always need to feel like you walking on eggshells. You feel me? To know like, dang, I need to be doing what I need to do to stay on point. Because just think about it. If they preaching to rub your flesh, you're gonna always be in your flesh. You're gonna always be like walking to the point like you thinking everything is good when you know it's not good. Because I
right?
used to be that person. You feel me? And a church is good. As long as you ain't for the Lord and not for a woman or a man, church is good.
I see me. I grew up in a church, and it's just. I grew up like in a church, okay, like religious. I grew up in school. I wore skirts, like covered my head, wearing scarves. Like I was one of those girls. Like my dad was an elder, but then he left the church because the preacher, who became next up, they didn't believe in him being like an apostle, and like a whole big thing happened. And like even still to this day, I still have family that decided to go back to the church that's in the church. Like my mom wasn't in the church. like she grew up in that church. Like her dad put her family and siblings in it. But when I was like a teenager growing up, my mom wasn't in the church. And like now as an adult, she done went back there. But it's just that vibe, that whole church. I just don't think it's the right church. But what I do miss about church is because I could sing. We all could sing instruments or whatever. I miss that. I miss the praise and worship part. But I don't really miss the whole idea of church because I feel like people I don't know, they made it like if it was up to me and I could have my own church, my church wouldn't even really have like it would be more of like a Bible study. Like
Sure.
like people being able to ask questions and I'm answering questions and it'll really be more about worship. Like you'll come in and music will be playing or we'll be just singing songs like that. Like when we read about heaven in the Bible and it's always just about worship. God is just like worship me, sing my name, sing. I feel like that really
surrender.
yeah, like that's the main thing. Like that would be the main thing. Like you'll come to my church and you'll just hear music or loud frequencies or something. I don't know, for people to meditate or just to get his presence, the Holy Spirit on you. But the whole like preacher thing and whatever, because it's, if they don't got the Holy Spirit on them, they get too egotistical, and then it's like they just get too controlling, and then they be convicting. Like I'm cool with people convicting you when it makes sense, but sometimes they be convicting. Yeah, they be convicting things, and I'll be like, baby, that's not even the problem in the world. Like again, my video that I'm going to drop, it was a long video, and I'm still not sure if I'm going to drop it because I was talking about a lot of things, like even this with church, and I was talking about how they even convict. They convict freaking holidays and stuff, and I'm like, that's why with these religious spirits, it's hard for me to find people or listeners or leaders or preachers that I could listen to because I peep that religious spirit and then I got to tap out of your page. I can't listen to you no more. Like if you're someone that's convicting holidays, times was like for families to come together, that don't sit right. It don't be sitting right. It's like, okay, it's a pagan holiday. Boo, bye, 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 bye. They already said that. If you're not going to be down at the White House fighting to get it off the national calendar, baby, we cannot disregard the fact that we got off 2 weeks to celebrate, winter break. Like, so we not supposed to celebrate or hang with family or do good. And then in God's eyes, he's like, oh, if Christmas is the time where people give and they helping the homeless and they doing this and this and this, shit, maybe we need to have Christmas once a month. That's how God is looking. He's not looking at it as ho, 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 and what they got going on. Like, yeah, it could have been bad, but you could turn it for good. You could find the love.
Nah, I see your perspective.
You get what I'm saying? You could find the love.
I see your perspective.
Find the love in the tradition and make it for yourself. If we're giving and loving everybody, families are coming together for this holiday. God don't care about that. You get what I'm saying? But you'll have these preachers that be like, y'all celebrating Christmas and you got this and that. And I'm like, that's not a big issue. The big thing is we need more love. So if this is a time for them to come together and show love, God is pleased. Like if you don't want to have a Christmas tree, you don't want to do decorations, that's your business. You ain't got to do that. Some people do. If they want to go have a tree in their home, that's a tree. That's God's trees. You know, like he don't care about stuff like that. It's like I think we need to make it about him. That doesn't mean we're of the world. That just means that we acknowledge that this is a national holiday. We're acknowledging that we're off these days. Okay, people's off from school, people's off from work. We're acknowledging, like, people growing up because we didn't celebrate these holidays, that was a mess. You feel neglect. You feel like they don't love you. I can't get a gift. You still can't give gifts to your loved ones and show them that you love them. It's very a neglectful feeling, and it's not fun. And I wish that, like,
I see what you're saying.
You see what I'm saying?
It's a lot of things in the world going against God. You can't neglect everything.
You can't.
You feel me? So it's like, so I get what you're saying because I have to tell a lot of people that, like, my Christian rap is different from other Christian rap. I'm not going to say God, God, God every bar. Like, I'm going to give you real life situations, but I'm talking
exactly
about God
to show you how God, exactly, Craig. Like, you want.
Like I said in the song, I say, rain, storm, rain, pause. I want to play some songs for you, man.
You ready? No, are we done? Are you sure we done? And then we going to play the songs? Like, you want to play a song right now that fits with this conversation? Go ahead. Play your rain.
Man, it's what you just spoke about right now.
All right, go ahead then. You got a song.
Play you something real quick.
I like that though, because I feel like people they put God and make God too fictional, and it's like God is an everyday thing. Like
Let me know if it's loud enough.
I don't hear you, Craig.
Hey. You can hear?
Yeah, now I can.
Alright. Everything the devil do, I'ma get back. Yeah. Pretty cool. Hey. Everything the devil do, I'ma get back. Suicidal, crazy mode. I'm on full attack. Bring heat like the wave. Devil try me, cut his head off. Like the jump fade. Man, I gotta play my cards right. Like I'm playing face. It's a bird, it's a plane in the sky. No, that's my brain, hey. Not for real. It's a bird, it's a plane in the sky. No, that's my brain. Better get up on my way, hey. Hey, Chris Paul, like T-Bo, no, I'm blowing up soon. Staying on my path for all weekend. No, I'm transitioning. Having no hurt my mindset. I'm religious. Discipline, free moves, like you know you hit me. I was down on my tail for some years, man. I ain't seen what God doing, now I see it. Man, I gotta keep my eyes wide. I believe it. I can't play with these damn people. At first, I ain't believing in myself. Man, I put my goals on shelf. I ain't really seeing clear. Man, I'm doing everything. Get my power in this year. 2025, man, it's gonna be my year. Hey. 2025, man, it's gonna be my year. Do this for my granny. Do this for my mama. Do this for the Lord, man. I'm killing all my trauma, man. Crank up for my mama. Crank up, hey, power up, crank up, huh? What? Power up, crank up. What? Power up, crank up. I'm going hard every day. Gonna take that to the bank, bro. Everything the devil took, I'ma get it back. Suicidal, crazy mode. I'm on full attack. Bring heat like the wave. Devil try me, cut his head off like a tip fade. Man, I gotta play my cards right. Like I'm playing phase. It's a bird, it's a plane in the sky. No, that's my brain. Hey, not for real. It's a bird, it's a plane in the sky. No, that's my brain. Better get on crank on way. Hey, crank on. Hey, God on my side. Hey, God, he's alright. Hey, down with him, I can smile. Hey, remember going through it as a child, hey. Hey, go and leave, man. Hey, stay relentless, huh? Crank up every day, huh? Don't complain, man. Real. Stay relentless, man. Hey, go!
You said I ain't believe in myself, but now I believe. Okay. So you got some like affirmations in there when you be talking.
Like, all my music is a profound message.
I like that because I feel like people need that because they think when you talk about God or Jesus, you got to show up a certain way. And it's like, no, just show up your regular self.
And the thing about it is, it's like, I'm talking, I say everything the devil took, I'm going to get back. Suicidal, crazy mode. I'm on full attack. Bring heat like the wave. Devil try me, cut his head off. Like a 10 fade. Man, I gotta play my cards right. Like I'm playing spades. It's a bird, it's a plane in the sky. No, that's my brain.
Ooh.
I'm telling people, it's a brain, it's a bird, it's a plane in the sky. No, that's my brain. That's how I'm thinking. I'm thinking heavenly. So I'm just bringing the message with style to really kill the fallen kids.
And you're still doing it where it still sounds hard, so it doesn't sound like Christian corny rap. You get me? It still sound like real nigga shit. So, it's like
I just want somebody to get it. You feel me?
Yeah, it's like you could play this in the jails. That's why they was in prison. Like this hard. I get it now. I get it. You could be bumping this so a non-believer, then they could become a believer just by listening to that, bro.
Amen. That's all I'm doing. I'm just staying consistent.
Hey, this was such a pleasure to have you on this call, Mr. Craig. I feel like we're gonna have to spin this back, one more time. Maybe in the future I'm gonna do like a video type of style, whatever like that. I'll tell y'all so y'all could get ready or whatever, get yourself prepped to come on the video. But I think that would be fire, like to show people you, and we just top it up again because I like your mindset. You feel me? And I didn't know what to expect, but I don't really have expectations. You feel me? So I feel like the conversation went really well. Definitely was some chemistry. I feel like that's because we definitely could tell that we both God's children. I could tell that you definitely have the Holy Spirit. inside of you, and I'm happy that you was able to overcome everything that the enemy threw your way, bro, for real, because it's not a lot of men that think like you, bro, especially at 27. Like, it's a blessing, and I can't wait till you really get into alignment with everything, because right now you're in your Job season. Let's be real. God ain't about to give you no woman. Okay, he ain't giving you no
I
woman
ain't
right
worried
now.
about that right now. I
Exactly.
ain't worried about
So
that at
so right
all.
now, I feel like you getting yourself together. You about to come back stronger and harder than you ever been, and I can't wait till God bless you with your rib, bro, because she's gonna love you for real, just because of your heart, just because of how you love God. I'm so serious. This is amazing. Like, it's the God in you. You get what I'm saying? I just dropped that, but it's the God in me. So it's gonna be the God in you that's gonna turn her on,
Hey,
and that's gonna make her really, like you and fuck with you, and then it's gonna feel like a dream come true too. I want you to know that. Like, I feel like, yeah, when you get that lover, it could be someone that you already been eyeing, someone you admiring or whatever like that, but it's just not the perfect time. But even if it's someone new, I feel like y'all really gonna have a prosperous life, because you giving God all the way, bro. Like, you
it's
giving to
12,
God.
12 when you say that too.
What?
I said 12, 12 when you say that.
Oh, look at that. Yeah, I feel like that's fire. I'm impressed, and I don't even know you for real. I want to give you your flowers, because it's
Hey
hard, and
man,
I
appreciate
like
you.
it's hard. Like, I have little brothers I was trying to get to think like this and have this type of mindset all my life, and they still don't really think like that or have that mindset. So trust me, like, I'm really impressed. Like, shout out to your mama and your grandma. You feel me? Because shout out to your granny, because she was passing on that torch, and she knew that you was special. She knew that you was called and chosen, and she tried to, tell you that as much as you could. And I'm happy that you even accepted the lessons, because God will, things will come on our path, or the enemy will throw little things on our path, and we got to accept the opportunities when they come, and then we figure out, like, what to do with this. Is this for my life? Is this not for my life? So I'm happy that you even showed up, right, to be in alignment
Not
for
for real.
all of these opportunities or whatever, because even though you was robbing and doing whatever you was supposed to be doing, that was just your story, so that you could have the testimony now. So I'm glad that you even showed up just as that, so that you're able to share this testimony, because you see how it all will work for the good. Some they don't believe us until they hear about people that's the same thing, doing the same thing, or looking the same way. So this was lit. This was amazing, and I hope that people that's listening from near or far, they rock with you and they feel it. I hope that they comment, and give you some encouraging words and stuff like that. Because in that Job season, it's tough. I ain't gonna lie to you, but your mindset
Yeah.
is on go already. So you good, bruh. Like, you already acknowledge that it's a Job season. You feel me? You already
I'm just
acknowledge that.
staying relentless.
Exactly. Some people, we got to keep saying that, because some people don't even notice, like, that everything is being stripped, because God is trying to wake them up. So the fact that you already know what's going on, you gonna come back beast mode, bro. That relentless might actually fit you.
Definitely.
That might be a good name. Where you come up with that name? Who gave you that name?
In prison, I had read this book, and it was talking about life is like a ocean, and it's gonna sway you to the left, the right, or it might try to drown you. But if you keep fighting to get back up, you're gonna overcome everything. And I was like, man, hold on, I gotta find something that matched up with this saying, because this hit my soul. So I was like, man, I kept trying to find a different name. Then relentless came out of nowhere, and I looked up never in relentless definition, never giving up no matter what take place. And I was like, that's my name. I
You
got
was like,
happy, I
that's
got
it.
excited because I felt it,
You
and
was
that's how
born
it came
again.
about.
It felt like you was born again. Like, God crowned you the name. Like, this is what you will call yourself.
Now for sure, for sure.
Anything else you want to say? We about to get off of here. We are on an hour and 8 minutes, and I haven't dropped hour-long videos on my channel in like a year. I hope that
Yeah.
people actually listen all the way through, because I feel like you really dropped some
You
gems.
probably can split it up split it up.
Should
You
I
feel
do
me? 'Cause
split
you
it
know
up
how
in two ways?
you probably can split it up in two ways. Depending, you feel me? How the people, however you talk to your audience, talk to them. Hey, let me know for part two, because you got a part two type vibe, or just drop the part two however you do it. Because everything was profound we were talking about. I feel like every area what we were speaking about gonna touch somebody, especially both of us, because we both were talking.
Definitely. So you think I should do like a part one and a part two?
Nah, for sure.
I could do that. I definitely probably do that. And then have like the anticipation where I'm like, okay, we dropping part two tomorrow type shit. Cool.
Nah, for sure, for sure.
right, Craig. What's your follow me on Instagram right now, actually. Let me give you my Instagram. I can't do it right now. My hands is tied up, but so we can end this call.
I gotta re-download Instagram to do it, but give it to me.
No way.
Now I don't be on Instagram. I had to get off Instagram like a year and some change ago. I got back on there some months, like a couple days ago to add a little stuff to it so I can keep it,
Yeah.
up here. But
That's
I
how
had to
I
get
feel
off
with
of it.
Facebook. I got off of
Comparing
Facebook.
myself was a problem. Comparing myself was a problem 2 years ago. So
Oh,
you feel me?
I love that for you that you acknowledge that and you notice like let me back the fuck up because why do I even feel like this? Like I shouldn't be comparison is the thief of joy. So I'm glad that you recognize to back up. Yo, we all see the thing is we all go through that, but people don't acknowledge it. Like
Nah, for sure.
you know what I'm saying? So you being able to acknowledge that, like, let me take myself away from this because I keep comparing or whatever like that. I actually fuck with that. So you come back on Instagram when you feel like you're ready. Honestly, that's not like the full reason why I'm not on Facebook, but I had like got off of Facebook, I got off of Twitter and stuff like that, or even like Instagram too. I don't really watch and stuff because in the beginning you could compare yourself to people and you thinking that they life going this way, and then you meet people in real life and I'm like, oh, you regular as fuck. But people be having a whole different world online, man.
That's the highlight reels compared to reality.
Okay, I'm like, oh, they regular as fuck. Like, why did I not think that I was like cool or regular? Like, oh, why did I think I needed to be all different and extreme? They different. They the same. Like, whatever. But okay, so I guess we can't shout out no Instagram. We just shouting out your YouTube.
YouTube, TikTok, you feel me? And Facebook, everything the same. Relentless Cranko. All my music platforms, Relentless Cranko, everything the same.
I am not on TikTok. I haven't been on TikTok in like 3 years, so can't follow you there. But I got you on YouTube. I'ma look you up as soon as we get off this call. So, Craig, I want to thank you for coming on this call with me and just sharing a little bit about yourself.
I rock with you. You smooth. I ain't gonna lie. There ain't too many people I rock with on social media on YouTube anyway because people be trying to be too extra. When I hear you talk, I see this thing about the still water and the rivers of water when it's still. It's like when God say, come across this water, and I got you. Then he didn't even do it. So when he still put the water to be still, he was like, man, this God. That's the way the vibe you give me. You just flow. You ain't no person that's forcing the issue. You being true to who you are. And them the people that I try to connect with mostly.
Oh, I love that, Craig. Thank you so much. Because I really try to be that person for real. Because I hate fake shit. This is why I can't. It's hard for me, like personally myself, to find other readers and people I can listen to because they might carry that religious spirit. You feel me? And they talking about stuff or judging people because how they look or their careers and stories. And it's hard for me to find people that is just like me. But I'm glad that you recognize it because it shows that you might be one of me as well, bitch. Shit. Let's find out you part of the soul family.
Come on now.
All right, Craig. Anything else? So we out of here. We done?
I'm good. Everything's smooth with me. I'm gonna go take me a little walk, chill, and post my video on TikTok and YouTube. Keep my schedule flowing.
Period. All right, Craig. Holler at me if you need me.
For sure.
We'll chop it up soon. I'm gonna let you know when I post this. Okay.
All right.
All right. Bye. Thank you so much. It was nice meeting you. You lit for real. You lit.
Appreciate you.
You lit. Keep it up. All right, y'all. Catch y'all in my next video. Bye.